G'day everyone, welcome to On The Beers podcast. Today, myself and my partner in crime, Rob, are going to be eating a Carolina Reaper, the hottest chili in the world. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary, this is crazy, and everyone else in between, this is crazy. We're about to eat the hottest chili on the Beers podcast.
On the Beers.
Today we've got an O'Brien lager. So famous here in Australia. Try it.
4.5% ABV.
So I'm a little nervous because we're about to eat the hottest chili. I've got 2 teaspoons. I've got 2 chili spoons, and we're gonna have a piece each.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, mate. So these chilies look so aggressive. So the pieces we're having here, that's about half a chili. We had to, just for efficiency, we had to go half each. So cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, fuck. Off the bat. Oh,
that's unpleasant.
it's so peppery and floral, and especially if you know chili, if you're having that flavor, it's going to be hot. So let's get rid of this real quick.
Cheers.
Motherfucker, that's hot.
So, hitting the palate, pure floral ability. Just weaving its way into the taste buds.
And the sun's out now, so that might brighten up the camera a little bit. So, look, just bear with us with the quality of the camera because the sun is out.
That's hot. It's unnecessary, isn't it? Why does that exist?
Well, that is very hot. So it's a perfect time to get on the beers on the Beers podcast. Cheers, Rob.
What do we do when we're on the Beers podcast? Get on the Beers.
On the Beers, O'Brien Lager. So I want to thank them for sponsoring today's episode. For years we've been on the tail of great sponsors, and they've finally rose to the occasion. Now, in the meantime of this segue, our mouths are extremely hot and burning, in a great deal of pain. But the good thing is, I'm so used to pain, it's comfortable.
Oh, you need to get comfortable in the pain.
That's right. Become comfortable with uncomfortability. My mouth is watering. I'm almost lost for words, but I'm going to take a sip because I need to extinguish this fire.
Yeah. Alright.
It helps.
That actually helps a lot.
Oh my gosh, that just saved my life. But I feel like it's a bit of a false positive.
Yeah.
Because the chili, it's going to be burning for like another hour.
That's it's pleasantly unpleasant. It gives you a little bit of relief amidst the fire of hell.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Like if I was getting R-worded by the devil, I'd want this to extinguish the pain.
Mate. It's like the devil's giving you a lecture and this is your little bit of reprieve.
Whose idea was it to have the chili before a podcast? But it's for your enjoyment. I just want to let you know just a little bit of what it feels like. So I ate the chili on the right side of my mouth, and it feels like gargling with Listerine, gargling with Listerine, like mouthwash, how it stings and burns. But it's like gargling with scalding hot water. Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah, having a seizure helps.
On the subject of the devil, I have a question for you for the Bible.
Love the devil.
Right,
Go on.
so I've recently been reading the Bible. I'm just getting stuck into it. I've read Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Book of Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, and I'm up to the Book of Judges. Now,
oh mate, he has gone into Christianity. That's hard to go on.
One little thing that I feel like is in culture that is unknown, but skipped over, is Abraham offering up his son Isaac to God.
Great idea.
Because Abraham, God comes to him and he says, look, you need to offer up your son Isaac. And he's like, fine, I'll offer up
as a test
Isaac.
of faith.
For sure, my first son Isaac going up, test of faith. Sure, I'll do that. But then he gets at the top of the mountain. And he was just about to fucking stab him, just about to fucking jugular rip, just like kill him. But it's not God that comes down and says, "Don't do that, Abraham. You know, I'm cool." It's an angel instead that comes down and says, "Actually, don't do that, Abraham. You know, I'll go to God and says that you are willing to do that." But God. So for me, God was just sitting back. He was doing something else, and like he would have turned around and like, "Oh, cheers, Abraham. Thanks for Isaac." But no, it was an angel that come and said, "No, don't do that." So it was an angel that stopped Abraham from killing Isaac, not God.
Do we know the name of the angel? I can't remember currently.
It doesn't say. It just says the angel.
Okay.
So there's no up to where I'm up to in the Bible. There is no mention of any angels' names. Every time there's an angel appearance, it just says the angel.
I see.
What do you have to say on that?
Well, if I was being a diplomatic Christian or a pastor, I'd say the angel was sent by God. So he knew what was happening. So he chose to intervene by sending an angel. It's all about sending angels. I don't know if angels have the ability to send themselves to intervene.
Beautiful.
That's my first thought.
I love it. So God's like sort of sitting back in his little office and he's like, "Oh, mate, just go fucking check out Abraham. Tell him not to actually kill Isaac."
He's on Windows 00 BC, typing away. Geez, it would have taken a long time. There would have been massive loading screens on those windows.
Second question. When Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden, they ate the tree of knowledge.
The fruit of good and evil?
The fruit of good and evil. So they gain knowledge of good and evil. And they are cast out from the Garden of Eden. They are cast out from the Garden of Eden.
Yes.
Because God did not want them to eat of the tree of life, henceforth giving them immortality. So God cast them out, not because of their sin against eating good and evil, but merely for the fact that he did not want them to eat of the tree of life to gain immortality. And in the Bible it says, "Lest they become like us."
Is it the tree of good and evil, of immortality, or is it more the tree of knowledge?
Gotcha. It's the tree of life. Now there's two trees. There's the tree of knowledge and the tree of life in the Bible.
Right.
The tree of knowledge is of which Adam and Eve eat from. The serpent tempts them into eating from the tree of knowledge, giving them knowledge of good and evil.
And they become so self-aware, they become embarrassed of their naked bodies because they were completely naked. And they started wearing leaves covering their cocks and vages.
Cock and vag coverage.
And God's like, "Why are thou ashamed of thine cock and thou vag?"
Yeah.
And your question being...
My question being, God cast them out not because of their sin for eating of the tree of knowledge, but he specifically says, "I cast them out lest they become like us," for his fear of them eating from the tree of life, giving them immortality. So giving them knowledge of good and evil as well as immortality.
But it didn't give them immortality, I think. It's been a long time since I've read this.
Yep.
But I believed that in the Garden of Eden, they were immortal beings, and by eating this, they became sort of subject to death like the rest of us, of humans. I know it's emotional.
Yep. From what I got from the initial reading.
We need the Bible right here. Suddenly this On the Beers podcast has turned into some Christian fucking Bible study.
No, but this is good.
It is good.
It's philosophical, it's religious, it's hypothetical.
And I believe it's topical because religion has, like especially this discussion, has been around for thousands of years.
I'm incredibly interested in religion for its philosophical teachings.
Yeah.
And its historical significance.
That's right, yeah. And I know you're really inspired to further your Catholic principles in priesthood, because you want to capture the glory of what priests can get away with. But go on with what you were saying.
God casts them out. Casts out Adam and Eve, because Eve, little naughty girl, gets tempted by the serpent to taste of the fruit of the tree of knowledge, therefore giving her the knowledge of good and evil. He says, "Adam, why don't you just have a little nibble of this little lovely morsel?" And he takes a little bite as well, and God's like, "For fuck's sake, these little people, I'm going to have to cast them out, because now they're eating all this damn fruit. I told them not to eat of the tree of knowledge And now they probably had previously just like chilling in the Garden of Eden, eaten of the tree of life, right? So that gave them life. The tree of life gave them life. But what God didn't want them to do is to eat both, because he specifically said, "Do not eat of the tree of knowledge." He didn't say, "Do not eat of the tree of life." So they could have been eating the tree of life for all we know. But they ate of the tree of life, knowledge. They ate of the tree of knowledge, and then it says, "Lest they become like us." So he says he does not want them to eat of the tree of life, lest they become like us. Now, the us is very interesting. Who is us? Because God had created the world. Who is us? He says us.
Because was Adam and Eve before he populated the earth?
100%. Yep, he created the Garden of Eden, and he put in Adam initially, and then he gave him Eve. So like the Frankenstein kind of thing. You know,
Made from the rib of Adam?
100%. 100%. Yep, to give him the partner. So they're just, they're just hanging out, fucking, like eating all the fruits that they want. Just chilling in a little Garden of Eden. Beautiful, lovely time. But then the serpent. Now the serpent, I haven't gotten, as I said, I'm only up to the book of Judges. So I don't know what the serpent turns into. Maybe the serpent is Satan. Maybe the serpent, I don't know what the serpent is, but the serpent is a nice little...
I believe the serpent is meant to represent Satan.
Okay.
Temptation.
Yeah.
Because all of temptation and evil is based on Satan. The devil.
Temptation and evil is based on Satan. Yep, I like it. Yep.
Because he's like, just do it. You'll be fine. Come live with me. It's great down here.
Yes, because I'm up to the book of Judges, and not once has there been a mention of Satan. So there is no mention of... There's mention of, like, sin, like as a bad thing, but there's no mention of any actual entity that represents sin. Mm-hmm. It's just simply sin. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh no, I don't want you to do that. That is sinful. Mm-hmm. So that's currently where I'm up to. Mm-hmm. And the serpent tempts Eve into tasting the fruit, of which she does. But the thing is, God specifically said, do not taste this fruit.
Reverse psychology. Mate.
Yes.
Mate, it's...
You have to have it.
Well, that's it. And the good woman, which Eve was, give her a serpent and she starts thinking, And then Adam comes along with a serpent of his own.
Ooh, double serpent in the Garden of Eden.
And they eat the fruit and they become aware of their bodies and they become ashamed of their naquidity. And they God's there and all Adam can think of is, I want to deliver my serpent to Eve since she's so tempted by this, this cylindrical tipped being.
Stuff, yeah. So sexual notions.
What?
Well, I mean, we don't have any evidence that Adam and Eve got it on.
Well, my personal opinion is that Adam had a deal with God to tempt Eve.
I like this. Keep going.
Well, I think Adam was talking to God and he said, "Look, I need to express my fruits in a fruitier manner. Let's get this bitch out of here so I can sow my oats without reproduction." So, yes.
Okay. Just spreading seed upon the ground, which is a sin.
Well, it wouldn't be in the ground, it would be in an anus of a man.
Ooh! What man would this be? Is this God's anus?
That I'm not sure of. I'd hate to speak out of lack of knowledge here.
If Adam can get it in his own anus, God created a lengthy schlong.
Yeah, and they say that like everyone named Dan is mirrored after Adam.
Dan is one of the tribes of Israel, by the way.
Yeah, and he also was in the lion's den and he was hanging out there and didn't get eaten by the lions or whatever. But what I think, personal opinion through I think I've studied the Bible for about 40,000 hours now. And this is my opinion. It's a little bit of a theory, but I'm gonna give it to you guys so quick and straight, you're not gonna believe how bent it is. So, Adam was as gay as they come, and he wanted to fuck heaps of men. So he said with God, let's give Eve this snake, this serpent, tempt the bitch with some fruit. She ate the fruit. They were both banished from the kingdom of the garden. and then they were separated. Eve went along and she found some village and was like, oh, we were banished from the kingdom of heaven, and I don't know where Adam is because he's gone. And I'm yet to reconvene with this man. However, the whole time, the Son of God, Jesus, had a thing for Adam because he saw Adam one day bathing under the tree, this naked man with a ripped six-pack and a fucking massive dong. And he's like, I need to cop some of that serpent. So they plotted this scheme to tempt Eve with a serpent and piss her off. And then when they left the heaven, he actually snuck around the back door, Jesus' back door, and they have an illicit relationship for eons and eons. And Eve, the whole time, is like, where's Adam? I don't know where he is. We both got banished. He disappeared. He was always promiscuous, though. Oh, well, I'll just settle to this village life. But the whole time, Jesus and Adam, they fucking.
They were fucking. They fucking.
They fucking.
Jesus and Adam.
Yeah. That's my personal theory from my 40,000 hours of study. Prove me wrong.
Well, I can't prove you wrong at this point in time, simply because I'm only up to the book of Judges. So I need to get to the New Testament to actually start finding out what Jesus was saying.
Yeah, of course. Or even the book of Kings. Because the book of Kings is two kings. Okay. Jesus and Adam, baby.
Oh, really? So Jesus, how does Jesus come into it before the New Testament?
Let's just say he was always there.
Of course he is. I believe that.
On that note, on the beers. Cheers.
Thank you for tuning in to On the Beers podcast. We'll see you next time with another delicious discussion. I hope you enjoyed this one. Always intellectual and always rather entertaining. We'll hope to see you next time whilst we're smacking the beers, smacking the knowledge. Cheers, mate.
Hotter than a chili.